Hello everybody, this is Josh X Play Place, and today we continue to grow, expand, and improve our city of New Paris in Cities Skylines 2 in this episode number 5. We took a little break for the holidays, but we are back. And in our previous video, we finally became energy independent, which means that we built a power plant and now we don't depend on anybody for energy, and we are actually making a profit for our city even after paying for the electricity budget. So let's try to figure out what kind of trouble we can get into today. Enjoy. As always, we want to make sure that our city is doing well in terms of electricity and water. And as you can see in here, we are doing really well for electricity. We are exporting what we don't use, and we actually need to continue this power line, but we need to figure out where we want to do it. Maybe kind of don't want to, but maybe we can demolish some of these buildings in here and then just make it go through here. That way we don't have any issues and we don't put it somewhere else, right? In terms of water, we are getting pretty close to needing to either increase the budget, which is fine. I think we can do it right now. Let's do 80%. Let the game run a little bit faster. Yeah, there you go. And that's gonna be working really, really well. We have some issues with death care. Both facilities, these small parishes, they are already full, and that's fine. We have a big cemetery here, and as soon as we get some more money, we should be able to build our crematorium, because I think we need another one, a smaller one, actually, right? So that way we have enough capacity for that, because again we don't have anything else. We have a parish here, a little parish church here, and the cemetery. And so that is that, and we do need to have that worked on. Also, we have a lot of demand for everything: low density, medium density, high density, commercial, and even industrial. So we'll see how we can work on that right now. So we have two options. The first option is to start working on this little area, on this little nub. I just like in here, I think I want an avenue running through this land, like more or less like this. But as you can see, we are gonna need at the very least 3 blocks, 3 tiles to unlock. And I think that maybe even for now we can do with only 1. But as you can see here, there's traffic issues. So we'll see how that goes. And there's traffic issues because we're getting more people to come in after all of this has started to actually be built and populated. The other option is to once again continue the expansion in here. And in this case, we can actually do just 2 tiles. And that, I think, will work a little bit better. And we also need another exit from the highway. So I think somewhere around here would be fine. Now, the only thing is whether we want to continue this avenue here. Let's do it for now. Let's see how it goes. So that's gonna be like this. Maybe we can have this railroad track go over or under. We'll see how that goes. We also need to figure out where we want to put our first train station, and I think this would be a good idea, good place, because it would be in the middle. And so with that, maybe we can just do this really quick and try to trace down our avenue that's gonna go into the highway. I think this would be okay, right? We're not gonna do it right now, of course. We don't have enough money to buy the tiles. So these are the two options. Of course, both of them are gonna happen. We just need to know which one is gonna happen first. And I think that just because we have a lot of expansion in here, I think it's okay we buy 2 tiles from here. Again, we're going fast on the game speed, so we can keep on accumulating our money. And there you go. We purchased 2. You know what? Let's purchase this one too. And in this case, let's see what we can do. Let's try to trace down what we wanna our avenue to run like. So maybe we don't want it to be a straight line again because we don't want that. So we're gonna do this. Let's see. Sure, we can do it from here. Right, I think that's gonna be nice. And so let me work on an overpass really quick and we'll continue. And for this city, we're trying to have a European style type of city, type of design. So we don't have frontage roads in here. So let's pause the game really quick because we need for this area to have access to electricity. So what we're gonna do, again, just for now, is to utilize the shoreline in here. And you know what, let's try to connect this already here, and we'll connect it also in here. And let's run the game. Let's make sure that it works. And it should be working, but I think the issue is that it's in here. So once again, let's try to add a little substation and we'll put it in here. And let's run our power lines. And I think that should work. Right? Yeah, there you go. It's working really well. There's a lot of traffic in here. But also I think that once we unlock this tile and we create an exit to this road and to the expressway, we should be fine. Right? So we created this exit. I think it looks rather nice. It looks nice and clean, and it's working already. People are coming into the city. Now you might think that these are kinda rough turns, and I think they're fine. I think it's fine. Once we continue to grow the city, we should be able to make things a little bit better, if that's the case, with these intersections, with these overpasses. And so we're accumulating money, of course, with our surplus. And so what I want to do right now is to start zoning in here. So we'll do that really quick and we'll come back. And I think that's going to start growing rather nicely. Again, we need death care buildings in here, which means that we are going to need a crematorium, and the most affordable crematorium is 120,000. We should be able to have that in just a bit, and I think we'll place that. I don't want it to be that morbid, but I think we can place it in here, right? And that's gonna take care of this little space. So let's wait just a little bit, and let's take a look at how this expansion is going. It's looking rather nice. Very nice. Let's see if we can add just a little bit more in here. Right, you don't wanna overdo it and put too many things close to the highway, because that's gonna create issues with noise. And let's see if we can do just a little bit more in here. And that's gonna be it for this area. So we're gonna add a little bit more of low density. And that's about it. And let's make sure that all of these are taken care of, because again, I don't know why it's such a big deal that whenever we add an intersection, things break. But then again, that's how this game is. So let's add a little bit of green to our town, to our little town. So this is gonna look rather nice in here. And this one has grass and trees on the outside, so we should do that in here and in here too. And now we don't have snow, which again, I think it's a great thing that now you don't need to have a separate winter map for you to enjoy winter and to enjoy snow. So that's something that's actually, I think, very positive for this game. And so little by little, we should start seeing these hearses being sent out. And let's take a look at here. Yeah, now we have enough availability. We're gonna need another medical center really quick, or pretty soon, because I think that's actually gonna be something that we definitely need. from our town. And what else can we do at the moment? So everything is running well. Again, we are making a good profit. And so let's see in here. Let's change this road to the asymmetrical. Here and here. And make sure that there's no light. There you go. And we also need to make sure that we have, or we continue to have, this blue line in here. So let's add a stop. Sure, let's add it here. A bus stop so that all these people have easier access into this bus line. So something that I wanted to do, and of course I don't think I can do it right now, is to build a bus station in here, in this little area, so that we can connect this yellow line. We're gonna break this blue line, and this blue line is gonna end in here and into the bus station. We'll create another line to go into the industrial area, and we'll build another line to go into this little peninsula, into Beach Street, right? And I think that's gonna work really well. And so let's look at our options. First of all, let's see why this was abandoned, condemned. Yeah, we should be fine. And this one, let's hope that it's not like when the game first came out, that we had a lot of issues with abandoned buildings. So we can add a small medical clinic, but I think we should be fine for now. Let's see how this one is doing. Yeah, we're fine. We should be fine again for now. Once we start making more money, of course, that's something that we will be able to fix. So I want to have a bus station in here. And let's take a look at what options we can afford right now. And the only option that we can afford right now is this small bus station with three platforms, even though we can expand it. We have the regular big bus station, which, by the way, I miss the bus stations from Cities Skylines 1. And we have this even bigger, well, not bigger, well, yeah, it's a little bit bigger, bus station, right? The local bus station. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build this small bus station. But first, we are gonna continue this road in here. And then down here, and then back in here. And what we're gonna do, in order for cars not to go through this little road, is to update it with public transport street or lanes. And also, we are gonna have a larger sidewalk. And let's see if we can actually have a pedestrian street go like this. That way people can come in here easier if they're walking. So let's make sure that there's no light. There you go. And I think that's gonna work just great. And let's place our bus station in here. And we're gonna place it, let's place it here, right? And we also need to place some bus stops in here. So let's do that really quick. We're gonna place one right here, here, in this intersection, in this other intersection, and this final intersection. And I think this line is the line that's gonna that's gonna have to come into the railroad, into the train station, sorry. And so let's do our first line. So let's create it to our little low density peninsula that I think is working rather nicely. And we will definitely be increasing in size. So let's put it right here. And we might start having issues with buses. So let's take a look at how many buses we have. We have 24. So let's add another depot in here. And I know that we spent 75,000. Yeah, that we needed to do that. That was needed. We're gonna have more buses running through the city. So let's change this line to be electric buses. We're gonna lower the price. I like to put this as a 3 and then take it from there. We're gonna change to 4 and let's make this a red, bright red line. So let's try to, you know what, let's pause the game really quick so that things don't get a little bit messy. And so we are gonna change this yellow line to be in here. We're still gonna have this bus stop, but it's also gonna come in here. So I think that's gonna work really well. Even though I kinda want to change this line to have the stops here on what I wanna turn into just a pedestrian area. So we'll see how that goes. We are also gonna start deleting this stop, and we're gonna change this one to be here. Right, so now we have 3 lines coming into this bus station, which is pretty cool. So now we have to create a new one, but I think that we are also gonna add another, let's add another bus stop in here. Right, so let's create our industrial line. Let's first of all see how much it costs to increase the platforms. That's only 10,000, so we should be fine. And let's add these station services in here. So let's create our new line. That's gonna go into the industrial area. But I think, you know what, let's move these bus stops, but let's put the bigger ones in here. And delete this one and this one. And so again, let's start our new bus route. This is gonna be our industrial bus route. That's gonna go here, in here, back, and then into the bus station. And we'll make the line be also electric, 3. Let's put 2 in there, and let's make this orange. And now we have one more platform, and we also have these other 2 bus lines that are going outside of the city. Let's not mess with those right now, but I think what we can do is have just one direct line go from our little bus station all the way here and then back to be like a little route that can connect people directly into, let's put it as 2 and let's make this a little bit darker. There you go. So that way people that live in this area can take the bus and take another one and then go out. I know it's a little bit cumbersome, but once we continue increasing our public transportation, which we'll do hopefully within the next couple of episodes with trams, because I do want to start having trams. But for now, let's take a look at these buses and this bus station to see how well it works. And something that I forgot to check was to see how many buses we were gonna need. And we should have enough buses, but remember how we changed the budget? The budget is fine. It says in here, no vehicles. There you go. Now vehicles are coming out. One of the things that I like with these bus stations is that you can see how busy these lines also get. So for this transfer, basically bus, we see that there's 198 people waiting. So we can increase this to 3. The orange line, we have 25 people, 55, and 7, which is fine. Our red line that goes to the little peninsula, that has 63 people, 0, 0. I think that's also fine. Our yellow line, which is regular buses, let's change that to electric. I think that's fine for now. Yeah, there's not that much use for the yellow line, unfortunately. But once we expand the avenue, I think that's gonna change. And for the blue line, of course, that's the busiest one. I think we might wanna increase this to 7 buses. And let's not forget to check our bus depot. Yeah, we should have enough buses. Right, 75. So that should work rather well. And still, let's check on these other lines, on our external lines. This one is being used 17%. We have 7 vehicles, that's fine. And this one is 5. And this one is 5, yeah, okay. And this one is being used 37%, so we have 56 people here and 0, so again, that's fine. And I think that's gonna work rather nice. The reason why I did this as a U is because once we start seeing a lot more traffic with buses, we can change this to be one way, and that way the buses don't get stuck, even though it would have been better to put this in here. And maybe we can do that. That shouldn't be a big deal. Or we can change things different, but that's fine. We can always add a road to go in here, and that can also solve the issue. Again, don't worry about how things are. We can always change them. One of the things that I do want to do is to have no parking in here or here or here just to make sure that everything runs well. And I think we're fine building a little parking, but let's do this large parking lot. There you go. I think this will be fine again for now. This should entice people to park here and take the bus, right? Of course, that doesn't work all the time, but at least that's how it goes. And also, this bus station has a really nice view of the river and the little neighborhood in here, right? That we definitely need to increase in its size. And so before we finish this episode number 5, let's take a look at our expansion in here. We have some commercial, which should be a good area to get some profit because we have medium density here, we have low density, and things are going really well with this. What's next for us in here? Well, first of all, this power plant is asking for more garbage pickup, and we are struggling with that. So I think that's gonna be next. What else can we do in here? Let's see, we can do recycling, we can do waste collection, or we can try to look to see how much it would be to get a recycling center. It would be 880,000, and the incinerator will be 1 million, and I think that's gonna be a lot. So for now, let's try to see if we can increase the size of this, which I definitely think we can. So let's do that here. And again, once we start building our incinerator plant, we should be fine. And there's nothing we can do in here, so that's it. And in here we should be fine. So everything should be going a little bit better. Right? And also we need to continue adding more schools, elementary schools, middle schools, colleges, and universities, but we don't have enough money. And as you can remember, we also have loans, which we'll try to pay just a little bit in this one. Right, let's do 200. Let's do 250. Because we'll be saving a good amount of interest, at least for now. But as you can see, our profit is going really well. For service trade, we're not making that much, and yeah, sometimes it's just weird, you know, when it comes to electricity, we're doing well, we're producing enough, and apparently not that much. So let's see what we can do here. And it might be because of the garbage, or efficiency is at 45%. So we have a budget of 100, service fee of 100, and I do believe it's because of the garbage piling up. Definitely is the garbage. So I think for our next video, we might have to deal with garbage. So in here, maybe we can add the truck depot. Right, that should help us. And again, everything's interconnected. So if you don't have garbage that is being picked up on time, then you're gonna have issues with the efficiency of some of your other buildings. So that's something that you should consider whenever you're growing, because again, you grow too big and then you cannot control your city and it starts having issues. Again, that's why we don't have that much of a profit for the service trade. As you can see here, the efficiency is only 45%. So it would be a whole lot better if we would be producing more electricity that we could sell and make more money. Because we might have to take yet another loan, and I will make this our last loan because I think that it would be a great expense. Because right now we are spending about 68,000 on interest, and if we spend another million, that's gonna increase our expense to 262. So it will be a $200 increase, which will mean that this surplus will go down. But again, we will make more in service trade, right? And so again, that's for our next episode. I think that overall things are going really well in our city. We're growing slowly. Again, you don't need to have your city grow exponentially right away, unless that's how you want to play the game, which again, completely fine. But we are trying to do this slow, without hurry, without worries, taking our time to not have straight roads, which we did. We do have some straight roads, which is fine. But again, we're trying to make this a more European style city, more curved roads, which unfortunately don't work well when it comes to zoning. So that's also something that the game should focus on or take care of. If not in next updates in Cities Skylines 3. We added more bus lines. We built a bus station that's helping a lot to move people around. And overall, I think we grew this city small with little things, but we're doing it really, really enjoyable. Oh, we also added a death care to the city. And this will be it for this episode. Once again, thank you for watching this video, liking, subscribing to the channel, and leaving your comments and suggestions in the comments section below. So, we'll see each other in our next episode. Take care.